Thank you, IIT, for an opportunity to take the most important subject but remain unfortunately most neglected subject, very well connected to our knowledge system. It's a part and parcel of our culture, heritage, but unfortunately remain untouched. Rightly mentioned some name my previous speaker, Macaulay and all. So anyway, today's my area of discussion, I would say, rather talk, connecting Indian knowledge system, IPR and geographical indications. We have been discussing various speakers, various subject and all. IPR, you know now, intellectual property right, the property which is created by intellect is intellectual property. And yesterday also IIT mentioned they have now 2000 intellectual property right. When I was going through the list, I didn't find any single GI. Unfortunately, that's the GI status and all.
GI is global geographical.
No, I'm coming to that, sir.
What is GI?
Geographical indication.
Wahi.
I'm coming to that.
Okay.
You can see that the full form is
I
already.
got it.
Yeah.
I want to check.
So, we have been working for this area since 2002 through motivation from Abdul Kalam sir, and I was the first GI agent. The GI Act was enacted in 2003. The first GI was registered Darjeeling tea. And I'm coming to that. From our side, we have registered the first GI in 2007 called Puneri Padi. Now coming back to connecting the IPR, GI and Indian knowledge system. Some of you might have recalled basically a pagdi headgear used by the Lokmanya Tilak ji. Symbol of intellect, symbol of heritage, symbol of culture. And we found that in Pakistan, in Karachi, 1860, this photo is from 1860, there is a school in Pakistan called Jagannath Vaidya, Narayan Jagannath Vaidya. You will find it's in Urdu. So still this school is there in Pakistan, and I just wanted to say here used by our intellect, a knowledge they impart through the symbol of knowledge, symbol of heritage, Puneri Pagdi, we register. So I am connecting the subject IPR, intellectual property right, and protecting the indigenous product or knowledge attached to that. So here we are protected. We introduce Puneri Pagdi to Pune University. Basically, we requested Pune University to replace the convocation hood with the Puneri Pagdi. In 2008, after getting registered as a geographical indication as an intellectual property right, and you will find in 2020 onwards, University of Pune started using the convocation, replacing the convocation hood with Puneri Pagdi. There we found a movement, a revolution begin on the intellectual property right. After that, we have now 59 GIs in Maharashtra and at a pan-India level 125. What is geographical indication? I'm going to talk about. How it is connected to the Indian knowledge system is my another concern. So geographical indication, as mentioned, is an intellectual property right. It is community intellectual property right. Communities include tribal communities include agriculture, artisans, weavers, etc. They are carrying their tradition, their knowledge, their system since long. And we have to protect, not only protect, but to promote. And that's the intention for this session all about. You can identify any product. I'm going to talk many product about that. Maybe Renuka Mata's Tambu, maybe Kaudi Mat, maybe Jao Gishi. I'm going to talk about all these if time permits as and when, how those Indian traditional systems are in place and how we got it protected and how it will help the entire globe. Vasudhaiva Kutumbakam. That message is from India to the rest of the world through our Indian knowledge system, which we have protected. However, this is very less in number, and we can register 10,000 GIs. I'm going to that. So here, another map from our side, Bodoland. I just wanted to ask the participant here, have you heard about the Chang? Please. Have you heard about the Sur? Have you heard about the Jao Gishi? Have you heard about the Jabidi? Now my most important question, have you heard about the champagne? Please raise the hand. Please, please, please. So all of you have heard about the champagne. How many of you have heard about the Scotch whiskey? Let me tell everybody, what a beautiful answer. Everybody knows about the Scotch whiskey. Those are their traditional drink, heritage drink, their knowledge system, part of their European knowledge system. But unfortunately, we don't know our heritage drink. Unfortunately, we don't know our cultural symbol of our tribal community, of our indigenous people. We have registered this is a job, Rishi Jawbidi. It is a part of their culture. The Britishers basically banned such kind of products. Maua, Sur, Chang. But unfortunately, because they wanted to promote their traditional drink to the India, and unfortunately, what is today's figure? Today's figure is 70% Scotch whiskey is exported to the India. And even we after winning a World Cup, our Tendulkar celebrated the victory with the champagne. So how they protected and promoted their geographical indication? Champagne is a small village from the France, and they promoted. So, but unfortunately, our unique product remained untouched, unprotected. But fortunately, we got it through the various sources, and now it's protected. Nafam, what a beautiful! I'm going to talk about the fermented fish. You can keep it for 3 years. That kind of Indian knowledge system we have. Circle. Then for the communities, of course, intellectual property right here, but Indian knowledge system is a big circle and geographical indication is here. So it may be a small thing. गांव में लोग हुआ करते थे, उनकी दवाइयों से मरीज बढ़ा. But community, when it comes to the community, when it comes to the say community like a tribal, or when it comes to the community like a farmers or artisans, there is a centrally you can protect it as an intellectual property right. Where we are, even we enacted Geographical Indication Act in 2003. In fact, introduced in 1999, the first GI was registered as a Darjeeling tea. But what is the today's figure? Not even reached to the 700. But where we are, in China, 12,000 right now. In European Union, they have 60,000. However, a seminar, workshop, or session like proposed by the IIT may lead to the more GIs. What they protected? I mentioned about the champagne, I mentioned about the Scotch whiskey. Those are their traditional drink, heritage drink I mentioned already. So, more than 48% of wine and spirits from the European Union are protected as a wine and spirit. Agriculture, handicrafts are very less here, but in India we have not protected, but we began. This is a sloka from a Charaka Samhita, where you see Kintu Madhya Svabhav Yatham Vanam Vatata Smutam. Sorry if I'm making any mistake, but Sanskrit was my little lesson. Ayukti Yukta Yoga, Yukti Yukta Yathamutam. But alcohol by nature is like food, if composition and giving energy, when used in appropriately is for getting a disease, when used appropriately is like a nectar. So Chang is from Ladakh, Sur is from Uttarakhand, Jawgishi is from Assam, Maua is from Maharashtra, Madhya Pradesh and all. These are nothing but the energy drink, heritage drink, cultural symbol of our communities. It's a part of Indian knowledge system. Here I am not promoting. If we ask, unfortunately, I was aware of this kind of system के यहाँ पे कोई किसी को बताया जाए तो जब हम लोग बता रहे थे ना महुआ तो वो लोग कहने लगे कि अरे आप दारू को प्रमोट कर रहे हैं. मतलब ब्रिटिश लोगों ने क्या दिमाग में डाला, उनका है बढ़िया और हमारा. It's a part. When I'll give you the chemical composition, proper scientific analysis, how the energy drinks are so important. लद्दाख में ऊपर रहने के लिए, माइनस डिग्री में रखने के लिए उनको चंग ये बचपन से ही बाय बर्थ से दिया जाता है. और अबाउट दी महुआ, I mean, we have spent huge amount during the pandemic for sanitizer, but right now we are tribal communities are here. जहाँ से हम लोगों ने रजिस्टर किया है नवाब की तरफ से। दाई माँ जब पाड़ा में जाके डिलीवरी करती है तो हाथ को महुआ लगा के वो बच्चे डिलीवर करते हैं। मतलब ट्रेडिशनल नॉलेज सिस्टम हमारी कितनी बढ़िया है। नेचुरल सैनिटाइजर हमारे पास था। ये प्रोटेक्ट तब हुआ होता तो शायद आज हमारे ट्राइबल लोगों को करोड़ों रुपया मिलते थे। You could not have that, but fortunately now protected, now promoting from this platform. So ये natural sanitizer था. So this is what all about various products which we have registered, but they are from different part. हमारी यहाँ पे भी इतनी है कि पूछो मत. It's Jao Gran, Jao Maua and Chang, and now we have started promoting this kind of energy drink like what they did it for the champagne and the scotch whisky. Should we? Should we? Yes. Should we? Yes. So there we have to begin, and that's what it's scientifically. And now government also started creating a record for that through the gadgetiers. This is in record of the gadgetier right now in 1974. So there's a good things happening at government level. But as an educationalist, as a professional, as an individual Indian, we have to take it to the next level. And there we have to play an important role. So here is that Maua, which is actually known as a Kalparuksha, and through the flower only. Through the flower they are using. Fortunately, these people are here right now. You can interact with them. And they have also, the Maua is right now with us. See, those who wanted to see. Now not only see the GI on paper, on presentation, but if you wanted to see, smell it. Of course, मैं टेस्ट करने के लिए नहीं बोलूँगा. ये है महुआ. और ये वाली बातों को हमें प्रमोट करना है, अपनी कल्चर को, अपनी नॉलेज सिस्टम को इन डिफरेंट सेंस, कि शायद ऐसा पता चलेगा कि ये कोई मेडिसिनल और भी मेडिसिनल वाली चीज है जो हमें आने वाले आई मीन दैट एलोपैथी के बदले इस्तेमाल करने के लिए यूज हो सकती है. सो वो शायद गया होगा ट्रेडिशनल सिस्टम का रिकॉर्ड रेफरेंस, बट हम लोगों को वापिस लाना पड़ेगा विद दिस. Chang, I have mentioned about the Chang from the Ladakh. बच्चा जन्मता है माइनस डिग्री में वहां पे रहता है तो उसके मुंह में छंग लाके, क्योंकि एडवर्स सिनेरियो, एडवर्स सिचुएशन में वहां पे उसको रहना है. और लोकली अवेलेबल प्लांट से ही वो होगा. So and then you will find that it was a part of the tradition. There was a Chang Gali. They were using that trade, and still there. Chang Gali is in Ladakh. So that way, our traditional knowledge, our Indian geographical, particular indication is connected with that kind of a knowledge system. It promotes, and fortunately, India is a member of WTO, India is a member of WIPO, India is, of course, actively participating in United Nations, and where we have a lot of opportunity to take our heritage drink, which is a medicinal one, energy drink, which is unique one, to the global. Why to take this? And rather, we are helping the entire global community for a good kind of a product, which is healthy, nutrition. And this is one aspect, one area of geographical indication. Rather, geographical indication, I started with alcoholic beverages. Why? Because we were aware of this champagne as well as Scotch whiskey. But we should know Chow Vichy, Chang and all. These are all benefit of the geographical indication. It helps to protect, preserve the traditional knowledge. It also helps to get the foreign exchange. When I say the Scotch whiskey is 70% is exported to India, we are giving dollars to the Scotland. Their foreign exchange is increased. So ultimately we need a foreign exchange also. To see the last point of today's seminar is a Viksit Bharat. When we say Viksit Bharat, we wanted to have the good amount of foreign exchange. How we can generate that? Through our unique product, through our traditional and what we can say protected geographical indication product. There we can play an important role. Darjeeling tea is now exported to more than 60 countries because of the GI. It is Jao Gran, a very traditional. In other sense, it is a rice beer. Through rice available in their own area, they prepared it with a very traditional way. Systematic process is there, you can see. And I request you all to visit the Bodoland and also see the process of beautiful, and it's there, घर घर में है वो. So rather we are coming with the thought, हर घर जिया घर, हमारा हर घर जिया घर बनेगा तो वो एक बार हमारे देश का अलग अलग से. Now coming to agriculture. Agriculture is our real culture, India's culture, and we have protected many products. And those who wanted to see the product right now with us is a turmeric. You smell it. I think I gave some sample to other persons. And each and every product, our ancestors are so knowledgeable. वो इतने knowledgeable थे कि उन्होंने अपने product के नाम भी specific दिए हुए हैं, unique दिए हुए हैं, अपनी खासियत के साथ दिए हुए हैं. I'm going to talk about this, maybe one or two examples which I have thought to share. Ajra Ghade Saag. This is a non-basmati aromatic rice which we have got registered from Ajra Taluka of Kolhapur districts. You see the name is derived from Ghada and Sal, that is aroma and flavor. Sal means elegant. Ghade Sal, those who are from Maharashtra, they can say Ghada means suwas and Sal dandi, मतलब सुवास देने वाला. हमारे फोर फादर कितने इंटेलेक्ट थे, नॉलेजेबल थे, उन्होंने ये इंडियन नॉलेज सिस्टम कैसे नाम के साथ रखी हुई है, बट अनफॉर्चुनेटली हमारे पास नहीं आई थी. So there you can see that products which we got it registered as a GI, as an intellectual property, is now playing an important role in Viksit Bharat. It's a Mangalveda Mal Dandi jar. Mal and Dandi. Mal is rich. Sorry.
So this rice is naturally grown.
It's not natural. So there is a difference between the naturally and
This rice, is it a product which has been created by them by a certain process, or it is natural available?
See, there is a taluka. I'll tell you the entire story. Taluka in Kolhapur called Ajra, and only 35 village, and there is a one village called Dabil, and Dabil is a center. It's naturally growing, naturally processing means what? You take the advantage. When we talk about the geographical indication, there are 5 elements we have to
No,
do.
let us not get into that. This rice is an intelligent.
What does it mean by natural process, sir?
It is grown on its own.
No,
You have made some hybrid variety. or what is
no,
it?
no. This is a traditional variety.
Sir, traditional variety means, so is it a hybrid variety which you have?
It is not an hybrid, sir. Word is hybrid is already, when you say Indra is a hybrid version and
No, you just tell me, so what is the intellectual component in the rice?
yes, very good question, sir. Now you talked about the different sense. Our forefathers are so intellect, they know certain area is good for certain good products. For an example, if you belong,
Let us get into the rice.
I am coming to your question, sir, and with proper explanation, and allow me to do that.
Yes.
Because rice, we have n number of aromatic rice,
Correct.
and we have categorized into 2 categories: basmati as an aromatic rice and non-basmati again aromatic rice.
Okay.
I registered 4 non-basmati aromatic rice. Azra Gansar is one of them,
Fine.
and only from the 35 village, which suits to getting unique aromatic rice.
Fine.
That advantage, the geographical indication is a geography which is suited for certain unique product to indicate. And there you will find the similar rice is not even available to the adjacent taluka.
No, that is fine. I mean, I have a mango, hundreds of varieties of mangoes are there. There is no intellectual property there.
So why
It's
you
grown in a particular region,
so
it's
that
grown
is
there.
what you said, variety and the hybrid. But what I
Let us
say,
take hybrid. My question was, what is the intellectual component?
sir,
which is getting into rice or mango?
geographical indication is the community's intellectual
That is
property
fine.
right.
That
You
is
understood
fine.
number
That's
one.
fine. My
Number
question
two.
was, what is the intellectual
Can I add
component?
something to this?
Basically,
Basically, the specific backend of the rice can grow on a specific climatic condition.
Perfect.
That
That is
specific
perfect.
climatic condition is the intellectual property.
There is nothing
which
like
gives
intellectual
uniqueness
property
to the
there.
rice.
I mean, it is something geographical.
Sir, what do you mean by intellectual property? Can I try to understand? See.
I'll tell you, anything that has been created by the human intellect. That is
So whether our forefathers created something unique or with respect to particular area, will it not be considered as an
My
intellect?
question is, it is naturally grown. What did you do for the mango?
What does it mean by naturally grown? It's not come automatically
क्या
from
कहते
this.
हैं, अपने आप आता है मेरे घर में एक variety of mango है, वो किसी ने कुछ नहीं दिया.
So your mango is absolutely matching the Alfonso, isn't that? What did you say?
Need not match Alfonso.
Why not matching Alfonso? Why not matching
Alfonso
Alfonso?
can have 20 different varieties. I have one kind of Alfonso, another ground will produce another kind of Alfonso.
So you mean to say Kokan Alfonso is
No, I am not trying to say this.
Sir, it is attached with a certain geography,
Okay, fine.
and there you have
Exactly it has been pointed out by Dr. Asmita ki it varies on the geographical
No, geographical
conditions.
is
So
different.
GI is a part of.
No, I create a certain program.
Yes.
It is done by me. So nobody else has anything to do with that. So that is my intellectual property. I create a beautiful bus. So which is something which has a fantastic effect on the medical. No, there is nothing like that. No, you can give a name
Hello.
to that. You have not known that.
Sir,
Sir.
you were asking about this intellectual property. What is intellectual property embedded in this geographical indication? My understanding is that there are two types of creativity. One is a single and